and welcome back to STEM. This is our Easter or spring break edition because I thought it'd be fun for you to do some things at home. We're going to use baking soda again today, and you're probably going to use baking soda a lot throughout STEM. There's so much you can do with it. But today, I thought about yesterday how we made the egg towers with the plastic eggs. Maybe you don't have plastic eggs, and maybe you're thinking you're sad because you want to have an Easter egg hunt and you don't have any. A couple things you could do. Yes, you could blow holes through a regular egg and you could stick money or treasures in a tiny hole, but that would be too hard. Why do that when you can make these instead? So all you use is baking soda and water. Now if you have food coloring, you may add it. So what I've done is I've just kind of, no measuring required, it depends on how many you want to make. You basically add your baking soda and your water until you form something that you can make a ball, almost like a snowball. At that point, you would hide a treasure inside, a coin, something small that you may have in the house. Now, I have made some that, like these are blue, and I put a little bit of glitter inside of it, and I already have a treasure, and we're gonna see what that is in a minute. But these are already hardened, and then I wanted to tell you, if you don't have food coloring and you have paint, I also made these other ones that are just plain, and then I painted to make them look like dinosaur eggs. I wish there was a plastic dinosaur inside. I couldn't find any at the Walmart that I used. So we're gonna see in a minute how you discover what's inside of these. I first want to encourage you that if you have younger brothers and sisters in a home, this is a project you could do with your parents, and then you could go and hide these for your brother or sister. You know, you're a leader in your home. You can make things fun. You're doing school. They might be jealous because you have school. You may be frustrated that you have school to do, but little kids always want to go to school. So this is something you could do in your home with your brothers and sisters. So that would give them fun. You could go and hide these eggs in the house or outside. I will tell you that they have to dry for at least 2 days. After you have to have them soft enough to put the treasure inside. They have to dry, and then if you want to paint them, you may. And so these are the 2 things you could do. You may hide them in the house, hide them outside again, not in a damp area or after it's rained. And then once they find them, they can try to break them apart, like they're an archaeologist if they want to, or this is what I thought we would do. We remember about how when we add an acid to our baking soda, there's a reaction. So you can have the vinegar poured over top, and this is gonna be a little silly of what's in here, and you'll have that reaction happen. And look at that cracking open. I'm gonna do several of them so you can kind of see it at one time. Look at that. And you can have your little brother or sister, they can use a spoon to kind of go in there and try to find what it is. Inside of here, I have a gorilla. Not that a gorilla would be in an egg, but again, I didn't have dinosaurs. Let's see what's in this blue one over here. I'm gonna have to add a little more vinegar. And they can go on almost like a treasure hunt twice. So they've gone on a treasure hunt once, now they can go again. And inside of here, I actually put a ring. That's a sweet treasure. Now over here, because I know you're probably excited to find out what's in here, I'm gonna go ahead and break it open. And what do we have but a lion? So see how much fun this could be? Not just for you to prepare it for your family, but also for little brothers and sisters. And if you don't have any, have your mom or dad hide some things in it for you, and you go find them. They can even put quarters, $50. We're learning how to count money. You can count how much money you found in your eggs. So if you don't have plastic eggs, you can still have an Easter egg hunt. And I hope that you enjoy trying this. The next thing we're gonna do is a craft. That's a little messy, so I had to go wash my hands off before starting this. I made this really cool dough, and I found a recipe online, and it's right here, where it's 2 cups of our baking soda, and then 1 cup of cornstarch. You then add 1 1/4 cups of water. And I'm gonna have Brianna come in close on that so that you can see the ingredients. This is something that you're gonna put in a medium saucepan, and you're going to have you're not gonna do this, you're gonna have a grown-up do this, and they're going to put it on medium, low to medium heat. And you're gonna stir constantly. It won't take very long, depends on how your oven heats up, how your stovetop. But you just start stirring it until it's like mashed potatoes and starts to pull away from the pan to you grown-ups out there. And once that happens, it's gonna be hot, so you're gonna take that mixture and you're gonna put it on I put mine on some wax paper so it could cool, and then you're gonna knead it. And what you're gonna end up with is this beautiful dough that actually resembles porcelain or ceramics. It's air dry, so once it's been out in the air for a while, it's gonna dry in whatever shape you make it. So we did a couple of things. I made some just flat circles, and the girls went outside, my girls, and picked some flowers. These have been made about 2 weeks ago, and the flowers have stayed. Now I would probably put a sealant over it. So let me backstep a little bit. We use tweezers to kind of push it down in the dough, and once it's dried, as you see, they're not coming off. And I've attached a magnet. But before that, we put just a little bit of acrylic spray. I'm probably gonna go back and spray these more so they're glossy. But if you don't have that in your house, you can use clear nail polish. That would work great. Or, like the last resort, there's something that you make Mod Podge. Sorry, I'm tripping over my words. Something called Mod Podge, and that is glue and water mixed together. Mostly glue, a little bit of water, and you can brush that over to seal it as well. But this is something that you could make, and you could put magnets on the back, like I said, and it would be something nice maybe for your Mother's Day, for a grandmother, or for your mom. And so this is something you could do. Or I actually rolled some of the dough out and used my cookie cutter. And so I put a hole in it first when it dried, and I made this pretty flower that you can hang in the house. You can make crosses for Easter if you have a cross cookie cutter. So you can do a lot of things with this, boys and girls. And so I hope that you'll try to make some this spring break, and that you'll make some unique creations. Because of how you can mold it, you can actually make animals out of it. You could paint them after it's finished. Once it's dry, and I would say that you want to have it dry completely. Also, to you grown-ups out there, do not, if you notice my flour is pretty thick, you don't want to roll this too thin because it can be brittle. I mean, after all, it's just cornstarch and baking soda. But this is pretty sturdy, as long as you do it thick. And these are perfect that if you wanted to just, after they were dry, make them flat, paint something on it. You could paint a flower if you don't want to go out and find flowers. And so, boys and girls, I hope that you will do some of these projects, and I hope you're having a great spring break. But I wanted to say that as I was making this and creating things, I can't help but think about in Scripture where God is referred to as the potter and we are the clay. And so we want God to mold us to be more like Jesus. You know, that's the goal, boys and girls. We are here to glorify and honor God. And so our lives should resemble that of the life of Jesus Christ. What a perfect time at Easter to do a study while you're not doing school and learn about what Jesus did while he was here on earth, so that God can have, you'll be the clay, and God can mold you to be more like his son. Enjoy your spring break, and I will see you soon. Bye.